Tell you one of the craziest stories in mathematics. Calculus, one of the most powerful ideas ever discovered, was discovered by two different people in two different countries, and later on they accused each other for stealing each other's idea. On one side, you had Isaac Newton in England. Newton was studying about motion, how things slow down, how things speed up, and also the movement of planets. But here's the twist. Newton didn't call it calculus, he called it flexions. The word flexions come from Latin, which means flow. Newton imagined quantities like water flowing through time. If a quantity like x was changing, he called it a fluent. The rate at which it was changing is called the flexion. And that's where we got the dot notation. That's where the dot notation comes from. I mean the x with the dot on top. So whenever you see x with a dot on top in physics, we have Newton to thank for that. Meanwhile, in Germany, there was another genius. His name is Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. Now, Leibniz thought about change quite differently from Newton. He was looking at change as in tiny differences or tiny changes, and that's where we get dy on dx coming from. So whenever you think of dy dx, you should give the credit to Leibniz. Here's where the story gets very dramatic. Newton discovered calculus first, but Leibniz published it for the first time. So it made people to think that Leibniz was the one that discovered calculus all by himself, and there was nothing to do with, and he has nothing to do with Newton. So Newton supporters, on the other hand, became ballistic and started accusing Leibniz for plagiarism. And along the way, Newton became the president of the Royal Society and secretly wrote a very long report accusing Leibniz of stealing his ideas. The fight dragged on for decades all over symbols and math. But here's the genius. Newton approached calculus using flow, motion, real-world experiences and physics. And Leibniz approached calculus using differences, symbols, notations, algebra and calculations. Together, these two guys lay the foundation of modern calculus. Two people, two countries, same discovery. The mathematics they created explains almost everything in our modern world. Motion, gravity, electricity, planets. Basically the entire universe. So the next time you see dy dx or x dots, just remember that this simple symbol sparked one of the biggest intellectual rivalries in history. Here's a question for you. Who deserves the most credit, Newton or Leibniz?